The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of Bronxnet or the program underwriters.
Bronxnet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Open, the show that brings you the best of arts, music, entertainment, sports, and so much more. I'm Rhina Valentin, your café con leche, this and every Friday. That's right. First up, the best things to do around the city this week in our Open Weekend Preview. Then, an exciting new art exhibit is opening at the Elisa Contemporary Art Gallery. We'll tell you more about it, plus we'll have a sneak peek from a one-man show that is moving on up to Off-Broadway. Then Bobby C stops by to give us the latest in sports. And finally, in our Open Artist Spotlight, we'll get a new take on some gospel music. So stay tuned, all that and more headed your way. Because now we are officially open. Good morning again. Rhina Valentin here, and you are watching Open. You know, we at Open would love to hear anything you have to say about the show, so please feel free to send us any comments or questions you may have, and all you got to do is send us an email to open@bronxnet.org. And you know, we're very interested in hearing any comments you have on any of the episodes that have aired previously and or you would like to see air. And you know, if you're interested in viewing any past episodes of Open, all you have to do is go to www.bronxnet.org. And I've been saying it every week, people, we are tweeting nowadays, or no, what's the term they use? Chirping, right? We're like little pichones now, and we want to hear your pio, pio, pio. Yeah, it's that kind of morning. Anywho, people, write to us at Bronxnet TV, and you can write to me at Rhina Valentin. That's right, we are on Twitter, people. All right, so it is a quite chirpy morning, you know, as we pio, pio, pio. All right, for right now, we're gonna just see what's going on around the city, you know. It is that time of the show where we give you some nice options to do things in our wonderful city. It is now time for our Open Weekend Preview. First up, we have a Caribbean garden at the New York Botanical Garden until February 26. Take a refuge from the winter by retreating into a Caribbean garden. Yes, immerse yourself in tropical planet, learn photography and some salsa, and let the kids explore and discover tropical pleasures. Woo, yes, this event started on the 21st of January and it's going until February 26th of 2012, of course, and that is happening at the New York Botanical Gardens, which is located at 2900 Southern Boulevard in the Bronx. And for more information, please go to www.nybg.org. Next, we have The Blast. Woo! The Blast. The winner of the 2001 Tony Awards for Best Special Theatrical Event and the 2001 Emmy Award for Best Choreography, is comprised of 35 brass, percussion, and visual performers brought together in a unique explosion, and music and theater. What? Blast! Yeah, that's right. Blast will be performed tonight, January 27th at 6 p.m. at the Lehman Center for the Performing Arts. And the Lehman Center for the Performing Arts is located at 250 Bedford Park Boulevard West. That is in the Bronx. And for more information on this and other upcoming events, you can go to www.lehmancenter.org. Again, people, that is happening tonight, the 27th, January 27th. All right, and finally, the 13th annual Chinatown Lunar New Year Parade and Festival. That's right, it'll take place Sunday, January 29th at 11:30 a.m. and the parade starts at Canal Street South. Chinatown will be the place to be on January 29th, as you guys know. You know, we are celebrating the Year of the Dragon, and again, the parade starts on Canal Street South at 11:30 a.m. And for more information, you can go to www.explorechinatown.com. And then we have some last-minute intros here to an event that's happening that we just found out about, which is like really supposed to be like jazzy this weekend. Where is that? Okay, then we're going to show some images of this wonderful pop art. Okay, so this is if you're in the mood for like pop art, there we go. The Art of Fashion pop-up gallery exhibition is happening tonight, Friday, 9 p.m. to 1 o'clock in the morning. Party people! That is so happening at the Empire Hotel rooftop. And that, of course, is located at 44 West 63rd Street in Manhattan. And if you'd like more information on that, you can go to www.theartoffashion.net/events. All right, I think that was a really nice variety of things to consider doing in this wonderful, wonderful city we call New York. Those are the events you got to, get out there and get going for the weekend. And I hope you have the time to make sure you at least consider enjoying one or maybe all of them. All right, so we do have to take a quick break, but when we get back, we're going to learn more about the My Hero exhibit opening at the Elisa Contemporary Art Gallery. But first, tropical temps hit the Bronx, and Sylvia Anglin is going to show us more. Let's take a look.
For the second year in a row, the New York Botanical Garden welcomes you to Caribbean Garden. In addition to the exhibit, adult visitors to the garden will have an opportunity to take classes like photographing birds, digital camera basics for beginners, and top 10 techniques for digital photography. As with past years, there's a garden photo contest encouraging visitors to share their photos of the exhibit for a chance to win a grand prize.
When you come to visit Caribbean Garden, you'll obviously see beautiful plants from all around the Caribbean region. We also have photography on display from the first 4 years of the International Garden Photographer of the Year contest, which is administered through Kew Gardens in England. And the garden is delighted to be the U.S. partner of this contest.
In conjunction with the exhibit, visitors will have an opportunity to learn salsa, and children can explore and discover tropical adventures with the Adventures in Adaptation field book, telling them about individual plants and their adaptations to various climates. Our beautiful planet hosts over 2,400 species of palm trees, and they can be found in exotic locations like beaches and deserts, but most commonly they can be found in the rainforest. And what can visitors expect to be treated to?
Full coconut palm tree that has fruit on it right now, which is so exciting for us. We have a wonderful chocolate tree, which everybody likes to take a peek at on their way by and look for the chocolate pods. Vanilla orchids, all those wonderful things that you can imagine come from the tropics that are so mouth-watering.
Although the garden plays host to many exhibits during the year, this permanent installment is a must-see to rid yourself of the wintertime blues. And the garden offers you a 360-degree view of all things tropical.
Sometimes we focus on seasonal shows, flower shows, fall show, spring flower show, orchid show, holiday train show. So this is the time of year where we can focus on the permanent collections and all the wonderful things that we have to offer here at the garden.
And this wintertime must-see will run from January 21st to February 26th. No, we're not on location in an exotic rainforest. We're here at the New York Botanical Garden Caribbean Garden exhibit, experiencing exotic locales right in our own backyard. For more information about this exhibit and about upcoming exhibits, please visit nybg.org for more information. This is Sylvia Anglin for Bronxnet.
And thank you for that, Sylvia Anglin. And we are back in the studio. You're watching Open, and the Botanical Garden always has fabulous things going on to share with the entire family. So make sure you get out there and enjoy. All right, so the My Hero art exhibit opens tonight as well. Tonight being January 27th, and it focuses on superheroes in contemporary art. To tell us more about this fun and vibrant exhibit is the owner of Elisa Contemporary Art Gallery, Lisa Cooper, and one of the featured artists, Mitch McGee. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Rhina. Thank you for having us. Thrilled to be here.
Welcome back. Welcome back,
Thank
Lisa.
you.
You're doing some great stuff. So, with this particular exhibit, let's just share a little bit about Elisa Contemporary Art and how you choose your exhibits.
Okay. Elisa Contemporary Art is my gallery. It's located at 5622 Mosholu Avenue and in Riverdale in the Bronx. I choose art that I love, art that makes me feel something. So I look at artists from all over the world and always donate a portion of my sales back to charities that help underserved children heal through art. This particular exhibit, I started to see some art that I just fell in love with a couple of years ago. I first saw the work of Don Morris, and the more work that I started to look at, the more I started to notice there were superheroes and wonderful characters in it. So that really inspired this exhibit. I'm showing artists that I've never shown before, including Mitch.
Nice.
And I'm really excited about it. I love the buzz, I love the energy. So much fun as I was hanging the show and seeing people look in and just the energy of the superheroes in today's world.
That's a really great way to open the year too. Like just exercising the superhero that's in all of us.
It is. It's just amazing. And superheroes to me are so much fun. I mean, we're seeing them in comics, we're seeing them on Broadway, we're seeing them on TV shows and movies, and now in contemporary art, which has kind of dated back to the 60s and pop art, but these are all contemporary new artists that were inspired by that time. And the superhero was always just about doing your best and seeing your potential and doing so much what is good for other people and putting them in front of your own needs. And so I love the whole idea behind them and what the show brings to life.
That's an awesome concept to share with all of us. So, Mitch McGee, congratulations on being exhibited. Now, I understand you have a step that you that you actually go through in order to process. So, if you would love to share with us, we'd love to hear.
Thank you. It actually started as a study of a new process for me. I'm a big fan of Roy Lichtenstein and pop art. I'm a graphic artist, that's my background, so it was kind of a natural transition. And I wanted to take one of his pieces because he started with comic book artwork and then repositioned it as lithography. And I thought it'd be nice to take one of his and try it in a new medium. So I just tried plywood, and it really worked. And I stacked cut pieces of plywood, and that's how I came up with the idea.
So so the image that we're looking at right now is plywood?
Yes, that is one sheet of birch plywood. So, and it can be 4 layers, it can be 7 layers, it can be 100 pieces by the time I'm done. But I start with a sketch, and then from there I bring it into the computer. That way I have an outline and print it out at actual size and use that as a template to build from. And then I start cutting from the bottom up. And that's the fun part for me, is trying to figure out how I'm going to make all the layers work. And then I really want every layer to have a clean edge. So when I start putting it back together after I sand the pieces and stain them, I start from the top down. And so I'll glue the first piece to the second, sand the edge, stain the edge, and then repeat the process until I'm finished and it's all put back together.
So it's almost like 3D plywood.
It really is. And
that's what we just saw, so I just wanted to share that with everybody.
It's hard to see from a photograph, really, the dimension and the different textures and the layering involved.
And Mitch's work is such a wonderful combination of painting and sculpture and really finding that blend. And I love artists that are exploring new ways of creating art, and Mitch definitely is doing that.
Nice, nice. Now, do you allow people to touch it, or?
You know, I do. You know,
You do?
people, there's a, I don't want to call it a stigma, but you know, it's basically a piece of furniture. It's polyurethane wood. So in the end, it's sturdy.
Right.
And it's great for kids, rooms
Right.
and kids.
Right.
And that's why I
Exactly,
asked, because it's definitely because of the layers that you're referring to. It's definitely something that I think once you see it, you're instantaneously you're like drawn to want to touch it. Right.
Absolutely, and people are, and I'm totally okay with that. And people are fine with it. But I have 2 little kids, and they love to touch it. So you know.
Oh, so that's awesome.
It's childproof.
That's awesome. No, we love that. We love that, and also the fact that you actually take that into consideration. So it's art for children to come along and actually enjoy as well.
Absolutely. And actually what we're doing with the gallery, as well as we're doing a couple of special events. We've got an opening with Mitch tomorrow on the 28th from 4 to 6. We have an event on February 11th to come and toast your own hero. So tell us who's important to you and, celebrate them. And then we have 2 children's art workshops with 2 of our other artists on February 25th and March 25th, and all the details are on our website.
That's so awesome. But tonight is the actual opening reception of the superheroes.
Today, yeah, we're opening up the show, and then Mitch will be there tomorrow to meet and greet everyone from 4 to 6 as well.
And tomorrow, right? Nice, nice. This is wonderful. Now, how many artists are you exhibiting all together?
So we have a total of 5 artists. They include Houston artist Mitch McGee.
Yay!
We have New Orleans-born and California artist Don Morris, who currently does these wonderful undulating architectural pieces all made from comic strips and resin. We have an East Hampton artist, Peter Buckman, who has done the Wonder Woman piece as well as some other fabulous pieces.
Nice.
We have a watermill artist, Oliver Peterson. We have an emerging artist, Jerome Walford. And I think that's all of our artists.
Okay, so how's it being here in the Bronx from Houston?
I'm excited to be here. We haven't been here, my wife and I, in probably 12 years, and we thought it was a great reason to come out. So we're excited to be here.
So with tomorrow's, with your introduction tomorrow, what should people expect?
That's a good question. I'm just excited to meet new people and to really just show the work. And like you said, it's totally different in person. And it'll be nice to be able to see people's reactions. And I think it's a great show. Growing up, I started drawing comic books. And I think at some point we all wanted to be one or be rescued by one in a way. And so it's fun to be able to do comic books, or comic book artwork. So.
Do you feel like a superhero when you're actually designing it?
No, I don't. But, it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. I can disappear working on these pieces, and it's a lot of fun.
Does it keep you youthful?
I think so. I hope so. We'll see.
How old are your kids?
6 and 2. Actually, she just turned 3 last week.
She just
Sorry,
turned 3.
yeah.
Are they with you?
No, we left them at home with grandma.
Yes, well, yeah. Yes. With grandma.
Right, exactly.
Right,
it was nice to have a couple
I know,
of days
I'm like prying here. I'm like, oh, so how involved are your kids with the artwork?
Well, no, my 6-year-old has a little corner in the studio.
Nice.
There's paint all over the wall that's hers. And she loves seeing it come together, and they love seeing, they've been seeing the work on the internet and say, that's yours, or things like that. So it's been a lot of fun to see them involved too.
Nice, nice. Well, thank you for being here with us
much.
At the Open in the Bronx, in the BX, and congratulations on your exhibit. And we look forward to hearing more from you, from Elisa. And Elisa Contemporary Art Gallery is located once again
at 5622 Mosholu Avenue, Riverdale, New York, near 256th Street in the Riverdale Library.
And the exhibit opens today?
It opens today. It runs through March 31st. So we're open on Fridays and Saturdays 10 to 6 and by appointment. We welcome groups coming and showing, so just call me or email me if you're interested in setting up a private group.
And the reception begins today at?
The reception, the gallery is open today at about noon, running till 6. Tomorrow's reception, we're open from 10 until 6, and Mitch will be there from 4 until 6.
4 until 6. Great. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you for all the work that you do, Lisa, because just once again, the fact that you actually give back, it's really, it makes it more meaningful in the sense that aside from coming from a background of artists and exhibiting artists and and selling art and collecting it and exhibiting it and just receiving from it and earning your living off of it, but making it a point to give back to those who may not be as fortunate is very meaningful and acknowledged. I acknowledge it, so I just want everyone else to acknowledge that you make a point of being conscious about your art and everybody else's art and the art of humanity.
And I think art needs to be a part of everybody's life. I think it's so important. It enriches our soul and who we are as people, and I want to make sure that it's accessible to everyone and helps other people heal and transform their lives as well.
Love it.
So I thank you.
Woo, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Once again, we want to thank them for sharing these great works with us here on Open. And once again, for more information, you can go to www.elisaart.com and or you can go to www.mitchellmckee.com to find out more about Mitchell, who's visiting here from Texas. All right, stay tuned. We'll be back with some more Open. Don't go anywhere.
This is a dispensary area, and there's whole packets of adult diapers and canes. My name's Manon Sloman. I'm the curator of No Longer Empty, which is an organization which takes over abandoned or empty spaces and creates site-specific exhibitions and programming in these spaces. Not only investigate the history of the space, but also the surrounding community, and then the programming that we create is all designed to engage the community and expand the audience for contemporary art.
No, this must have meant a lot to somebody sometime. These suitcases, half-empty suitcases, you ask yourself, what was going on there? See what I mean? This has a lot of potential. It's a great building. It's architecturally beautiful, and I'm glad that something else is happening to it now.
Countless lives that had stories and depth in them, and we're here as artists who just have an opportunity to be part of the reopening of the Andrew Freeman House.
I have to place like the drawings.
This depends on what kind of drawings you have and the background color what. The whole idea of the project is also to collaborate outside of the room, so you can expect something nice, like a nice collaboration right there.
Really happy that, like, I was invited, and this is like the perfect occasion to get to know better what's all about.
I used to come by here all the time. I never knew this building, what it was. I thought it was a park. And then to be part of a group of artists chosen to work in here, it's pretty exciting.
It's great when artists can have an opportunity to become part of a conversation and kind of unearth kind of hidden histories. And it's great to educate myself and, figure out how to make work about the specifics of this space.
It's been almost 30 years since the Andrew Freeman home hosted its last tenant, and today the home is now a working and living art exhibit for Bronxites and artists from abroad. For Bronxnet, this is Sylvia Anglin.
Weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
They all try. They all try to control me. Oh, you guys, welcome back to Open. You caught me off guard. I'm actually here. Well, you're going to find out who I'm here with and why you caught me off guard, all right? Because Growing Up Gonzalez is what we're going to talk about, although we were having personal conversations while we were off air. All right, so Growing Up Gonzalez is a one-man play written by Felix Rojas, and it was first performed April 17th through June 12th and at the 6th Street Playhouse on the Lower East Side of Manhattan. This sleeper play is now taking the leap to off-Broadway, and, well, to give us a taste of what to expect, we welcome Mr. Andres Chulisi Rodriguez, who is the star of Growing Up Gonzalez, who actually is an old dear friend of mine, not necessarily in that order. And so we were playing a little catch-up while we were on break, and He was demanding that I not ask any personal questions. So I just want to make sure I put you guys up to speed. However, yesterday was the opening. Yesterday was the opening of Growing Up Gonzales, and we are so happy to have you here and anxious to hear how that went for you.
The grand opening was good. I was really humbled, Rhina. I was really humbled. It was sold out. The audience that came, they were just very open about it. As I was doing the show, they were very receptive. It was just a great experience. It's got to be one of the good experiences I've ever had doing the show. I was really overwhelmed.
Now, this is a one-man show.
Yes.
Which means he's the only performer in it.
Yes.
And you know, Chilisi is a veteran actor, and we go back. We go back. You know, not that back, but you know, because you know, I live in denial about the age thing.
Yeah.
However, he was sharing with me, people. He was sharing with me how he has not really worked on this level of development for quite some time.
Oh, yeah.
And so we're very impressed that you're here early in the morning.
Yes. After 40, it's hard to keep them back. I'm sorry.
So just share a little bit about that process.
What I found really hard about this play was, number one, it's a one-man show, and it's the first time that I did a play that I didn't write. So I had to take it from the director's perspective. So there was the character work, and then having to get into the character, and then having to take instruction from someone else. And it was very hard. It's almost 98 pages that I had to learn in 1 month.
Wow. So
I was constantly with it. So after a while, I felt like my brain was going to explode. And I really didn't give 100% until the day of the show, because I really always want to leave some behind for the audience, because I really perform for the people. I'm a theater guy who actually performs for the people.
Nice.
You know.
Yes.
So
No. It's great. And so, how many characters are in the play?
I play 2 characters. I play Cisco, which is the main guy of the play. He's a little quirky, kind of like the kind of kid that was always laid back, quiet, and it's being seen through his brother, Johnny, who's more the títere, el tigre, the cutie, the papi chulo. So I play those 2 guys, and I change from those 2 guys, from papi chulo to quirky. You know, almost who I am now.
Almost to who you are now. Wow.
The papi chulo one, not the quirky.
That's a good one. Good one. All right, so can you just give us a premise of the story, and then you know we're going to request that you give us a little taste of both the brothers, because you know we gotta show everybody what you do.
We can speak in Spanish, right?
Yeah, we do Spanglish here from time to time.
All right, the story is about Johnny had to clean out Cisco's apartment. Cisco had passed away, and he found out that Cisco wrote, and he wrote everything that happened to him in his life. And Johnny kind of found these pages, and he decided to say the story. And as he's saying the story, he's making Cisco into what he felt Cisco should have been: more personality, more charm. But as I'm putting on the charm and the personality, you start to realize that what Cisco's really saying is that he was a very lonely kid that was never accepted.
Okay.
And then the story continues to go on all the way at the end. Johnny comes across where his brother dies.
I see. So, right now, everyone, we all got the premise of the story, right? So I'm so looking for a taste of you know, these guys, you know, the Rico Suave character that is similar to you.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Just give us a short little taste. Come on, you could do it.
When Cisco first comes out on stage, he goes, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Cisco Gonzalez, and I was born in the Bronx. I love the Bronx. You know, the attitude, the adversity, the spirit of let's try and get over. Growing up in the Bronx was fun, but I have to say it was a little bit confusing." And that's Cisco, and then Johnny's more the, boy, I gotta go down on the bass. I was never much of a religious dude. The religion in my house was music. The conga was the altar, and the clave was the rock. That's it. You're gonna make me go there, ain't you?
Give me a little clave.
I should have never said conga, because Rhina's a dancer. That's her nature.
I love the conga.
Yes, you are. This main scene is about, he talks about Johnny, and he talks about Cisco and how he really feels about him. I was never much of a religious dude. You see, religion in my house was music. The conga was the altar, and the clave was the cross. You see, God never did much for me. I was never an altar boy. I was never a choir member. You see, to me, then people were kind of a little weird. So when Cisco became an altar boy, I found him a little weird. I used to make fun of him. He eventually quit being an altar boy, and I regret that a lot.
Nice. Nice. I got it.
You got it,
Did you
baby?
guys get it? I hope you guys got it. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. So that's a lot of work. You go back and forth. You go back and forth throughout the whole show.
Through the whole show. I go from one side to the other side. I come out. I'm in a different hat, a different shirt, a different character, different voice, different action, different body talk. And at the end of the hour-and-a-half show, I'm just totally exhausted.
Hour and a half. So how long is the show running?
This show is running up to February 25th, every Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All shows are at 8 p.m. And if you make a plan, you probably get there at 8. The show roughly will finish around 9:45, 9:50. Because I also, one of the things the director was very big on, he says, Andre, if they're laughing, let them enjoy that laugh. Just don't, you know, we're not really crazy on getting out of there an hour and a half. If they're really enjoying it, let them have the enjoyment, go with the flow, which is one of the parts that I really, really liked. I came out of retirement for this one. Whew.
He came out of retirement.
You know, I didn't want to act for, I didn't want to act for a while. You know, I didn't want to act for a while. I was tired. You know, there was nothing out there that was really titillating my mind. And when he gave me the script, he actually reached me out on Facebook. He had seen some stuff that we had on YouTube with Lose Control, and he said, is that comedy written? I said, no, you know, I really just go by the audience. And he goes, you know what, I got a script for you. Please read it. Take the time. And I read it, and it took a week. Because I read it the first time and my head didn't register. I was like, oh, I'm not doing this. And then I read it the second time. I was like, okay, now I get where he's going. I actually thought it was somebody else playing the other character. So I said, yeah, I'm going to do it. And then he says, oh, you're going to play both guys? And I was like, both people?
Wow.
And I said, you know what? I already opened my mouth. I already put my foot in it. It's a challenge. Let's go for it.
Good for you. Good for you. What a great way to start the year.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
It absolutely is.
Absolutely a great way to start the year.
Absolutely is.
Artistically.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you very
opening
much,
yesterday
Rhina.
to a sold-out house.
Yes,
amazing.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So, again, is this running Thursday through Sunday?
It's running Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from today until February 25th. You can actually buy tickets up front. If you don't, you can actually go to Growing Up Gonzalez on Facebook, and you can actually purchase them from there.
Nice. Thank you again, Andres Chulisi Rodriguez.
My love, keep on doing what you're doing. I love what you're doing.
Oh, thank you, honey.
And you're looking beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, you're looking beautiful.
I said. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. And you guys don't go anywhere either. But once again, Growing Up Gonzalez will be presented at the Jan Hus Playhouse, which is located at 351 East 74th Street until February 25th. For more on the play itself, you can go to www.growingupgonzalez.com. And like I said, don't go anywhere. Stay there because Bobby C and the Sports Roundup is next. All right.
There is also a very attractive extended warranty option that includes free service and parts for the next 5 years. But there's no need for you to get that. You failed to get the test you needed at the doctor that would have detected disease early enough where it could have been treated. So you won't be around in 2 years to see him grow up, which means the warranty would be useless. Okay, sign here, please.
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.